Hi, and welcome to the introductory class for IEI's Intuitive Intensive. What's IEI? That's Intuitive Empowerment Institute. And this is, I'm Adrienne Elise, and I started the Intuitive Empowerment Institute to help other people learn intuitive skills that I have learned in order to bring light to humanity and further their own spiritual awakening. And so I'd like to just start out today with a little taste of what this class is like. With one of the basic things that we're going to be doing in this training is learning the tools, very powerful tools that have been used throughout time to access our inner quiet in order to access our highest guidance and to remain spiritually safe and psychically safe, and understand and know what's going on around us energetically. There's so much in this world that we don't see. And so what this class is about validating the invisible in our lives, all the forces, the subconscious forces from past lives, the hereditary belief systems. We're looking at all of the things that affect our life and interfere or support our spiritual awakening, and working with these tools so we can really understand and ultimately be able to help other people along the path. And so let's just start with the very first most important tool in the psychic training, and that is grounding or connecting to Mother Earth Gaia. So go ahead and just close your eyes and allow yourself to be really comfortable, and just take a few deep breaths. Just find yourself present in this moment. So one way that this tool has been talked about is a grounding cord, communicating to Mother Earth. Here we are on this planet, but we often see kind of in our minds like we're walking around on this solid piece of earth when really she's a living being. And so what we're going to do right now is forge a communication with Mother Earth Gaia, just imagining that you're sending down communication through your roots, through your root chakra at the base of your spine. And you're just sending down energetic communication, reaching out to Mother Earth Gaia, not tethering ourselves to a rock, but connecting to this living being goddess that we're traveling with in this grand experience. So just feel yourself communicating deeply, just putting roots down in the earth. This is a ground like an electromagnetic ground. So you might feel feelings of heaviness, gravity, a weight in the lower part of your body, just kind of sinking you into this now moment. It's like Mother Earth has electromagnetic field, and when you reach out to her in your consciousness, she will rise to meet you. And just imagine that you're floating there, deeply grounded and connected on a lotus on Mother Earth. It's a feeling of being held and safe. It's a feeling of being so much in this moment that everything else falls away from this experience. Any cares and worries about your everyday life, and just leave that all behind. So you can see this beautiful cord, and what is it made of? Some people see roots of a tree or maybe branches. Some people see water connecting, or maybe some sort of fiber optic type of cords. So how would you like to connect to Mother Earth? And just go ahead and let those visuals in your mind come and imagine, what is your connection to Mother Earth Gaia made of? Now, this grounding cord, this connection, this is something that we can easily find in moments of peace. But the reason we practice it in the program is so that we can access this level of groundedness, this centeredness at all times, even when things are the most intense in our life. And so this is, you can go ahead and come out of meditation, but feel yourself still connected into Mother Earth. This is the very first step. Throughout time of all esoteric teachings and methods of ceremony and the way people connect with the invisible world, it all starts with first connecting to Mother Earth. And so that is the very beginning of this work, and it's the core essence. Every single time I do a reading or teach a class or even go into a situation, I ground myself, and you can also offer grounding to other people around you, and also you can ground physical spaces. And so that's a lot of what we're going to get into right away when we start the intuitive classes. But what we're doing here is we're affording an opportunity. You could see that if you just open yourself in this space and let the images come. Now, everybody has a different way of receiving information. Some people see pictures, some people see colors, some people hear sounds, some people just think thoughts. There's no right way to do this. And this program is based out of the principles of the Berkeley Psychic Institute. And I trained with Intuitive Way in California and the Montana Center for Psychic Studies. And so the idea is that anybody can learn how to do this. We all have access to this higher knowing. But when the class really comes in handy is for people who are feeling like they're so aware, maybe feeling the emotions of people around us. This is called empathic abilities. And so we're feeling things and we don't know the origin of them, and we feel overwhelmed and burdened by the sensations, by the information, because we don't have the tools, we're not opened, and there's blocks to being able to figure out what's really going on around us. So that's what these classes are about. At the same time, opening up that right brain imagination. Part of the intuitive knowing is balancing the male and the female energies within the body, the right and left brain, and allowing that right brain, that creative thinking, to start to take form. And so pictures are very important, and the imagination. And so it can be quite an adventure as we move through the curriculum and see what pictures come for you. So why would you do the intuitive training? The main reason is, like I said, people feel like they feel things, they see things, but they don't know what it is. And a lot of times it can feel frightening or scary when you are open to energies, but there's no explanation. And in this world, we've been really kept and blocked, particularly with programming and structures of belief systems that can bring up fear as we go to access our higher knowing, perhaps past lives where you were persecuted for being a light on the planet, or trying to bring healing, or for your ability to see got you into trouble on some level. And so we are finding all of these places within ourselves, blocks on any level, either past life or belief systems, societal, family belief systems, that are keeping us from safely and confidently accessing this higher knowing. This is the key to the future. Energetic information is where we are moving. The intuitive arts are the job of the future, because our world is changing so fast, and we're based on this physical reality, but we're moving into an energetic reality. And it's really important that we have people on the planet trained and able to help and support humanity as we go through these shifts, bringing forward a confidence and a knowledge with these energetic shifts and changes in information that are coming through. So really powerful work right now on the planet. It's said that in the next 100 years, our evolution, what it's going to really be about, and the success of humanity, has to do with how we cope with the programming that has been instilled in us, particularly really intensely in these last few years or decade, but over time in general. And so the power of the intuitive empath, of the intuitive healer, is to be able to find these pictures, these stories, these perhaps implanted or created or triggered belief systems, and find the story that holds that belief system into place and remove that from the field. And it's really powerful work. And so we start doing that on ourselves. So right away in the class, another benefit of this class is community support, because we're working together as a group. And so there will be times beyond the class times where two people will be getting together over Skype or Google Hangouts, or the phone will work too. And you'll be practicing this reading with other people, and practicing healing and getting your own healing as we move through and clear all of the levels of delusion and false beliefs and karma that keep us from moving forward. So at the core of this class series is support for spiritual waking and ascension. And I'm sure you're feeling on the planet, the changes are happening so fast. And so at this point, it's not like we have to go out and seek a spiritual awakening. It is happening to us. But what this class is designed to do is harmonize the process of spiritual awakening. And so you have the tools at your disposal, the support at your disposal to be able to move through this very accelerated time of karmic growth and clearing. And so it doesn't have to be so hard. You don't have to feel so stuck because you've got tools and you've got support. And so it's designed to harmonize the whole process and then ultimately allow you to help other people with that, because this class is in 2 sets. Now, this class was originally a 3-semester class, and that was how you got to the certification. It's Intuitive Healing Facilitator. And so online, what I've done is created an intensive, which means in 3 months, 1 semester, you can get the whole curriculum and you can be ready to go, helping other people with your intuitive skills. And so basically, it's a very intensive class. It's designed to happen around the lunch hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting January 25th. And so what we're going to do is meet for this 1 hour. Now, these classes are really potent and really powerful. So what happens in that hour continues to work on you throughout the week. And these 2 classes are we're going to be moving really fast through the curriculum, but it's designed for people who are really ready to take this step. To access, to take back their power in their authority, in their spiritual self, and really bring this light of healing awareness to the planet. And so level 1 is a 6-week class. And that is designed to get these tools in place, to get the healing going on the personal level. And then the second part, level 2, is designed as practitioner preparation. So you're getting prepared to go out there and really do this work. And now that can be different for everybody. The people who have gone through my program have all come through with a different set of skills. We all have a different kind of set of our intuitive skills. It could be, say, like a medical intuitive, where your ability to see through in the body and understand what's going on. It could be seeing pictures and past life and kind of moving through those is really powerful. It could be that you are using this as a way to bring more authenticity to your career that you already have. And so there's so many levels that this can work. And everybody who went through my program kind of had a different set of skills that they have taken into the world and use this intuitive skills. Instead of being crippled by these skills, instead of being overwhelmed by life, instead of feeling what's happening right now on the planet is we're just feeling more and more and more. Now, this training is based out of, like I said, the Berkeley Psychic Institute model, but I'm also a trained Waldorf teacher, and that's based on the work of Rudolf Steiner. And he had his own system 100 years ago of accessing higher knowledge. And it's interesting to note, so a lot of these different things I've studied throughout many years, the latest technology, quantum physics, all of this is coming into this program to be able to give you the latest understanding of what's going on in the cosmology of our world, and also ancient techniques, and everything in between, to be able to best support the spiritual growth process. And so Rudolf Steiner talked about how, a lot of his teachings were about doing a lot of exercises to be able to access these higher worlds. But what's happening on the planet right now is that we don't really have a choice. Things are opening. We are all of our awareness, no matter where we're at in our awareness, it's expanding. And so what's happening, and Rudolf Steiner talked about this, that there would be a time in the future where you couldn't be in the room with other people and not feel what everybody was feeling. And so people are getting more and more aware, and it can cause in the spiritual awakening process a feeling of wanting to isolate yourself and kind of hide out from the world because it's so overwhelming. But why not take those skills and what's happening to you and use that as an impetus, a tool, a harmonizing force for you and the world? And so I hope you will consider joining this class series, the Intuitive Intensive, 3 months to certification through the Intuitive Empowerment Institute, founded by me, Adrienne Elise. So how did I get into the work? Well, what happened was I've trained as a classical homeopath, and I went through all of this years of schooling to be a classical homeopath. But when I sat down to start actually doing the work and taking people's symptoms, I started feeling everything in my body, and every little thing, their headache, their discomfort, their mood. And I said, I had to put it down, and I said, I don't know if I can do this job, because I can't help people if I'm feeling everything they're feeling. And then I realized through the psychic training that this is quite a gift, to be able to empathetically understand and feel what other people feel. But the problem is when you take it on and you don't release it, and so basically then you become very burdened with everything that you feel around you. And so this class is at the core learning psychic boundaries and the ability to protect yourself in this world, to be autonomous in your own field, to create your own universe where you get to have your own experience in this world and be less affected by the energies around you, and creating and emanating your own light. So I then started the psychic training and realized that that this was quite a gift. And so I started developing this gift. And along the way, I found a lot of people that had the same issues coming up, where they were feeling kind of debilitated in the world, and they thought that there was something wrong with them. And a lot of times people feel like confused about their mental stability and stuff because of the awareness, because they're feeling so much of what other people feel, and they don't realize it's not their own. And we can work all day long on these things we feel of other people, but we can't fix them. And so it becomes a burden and a heaviness in our field. And so to be able to identify these energies, emotions, thoughts, beliefs, and pictures that we carry of other people's, and also from past lives and family origin, ancestral origin, that are affecting us subconsciously, is the most important thing to spiritual growth. And also the ability to turn inward. So the basis of this class is finding that deep inner stillness. And so a lot of times people who are very aware can have a trouble meditating, can have trouble turning their mind off because of these blocks, these fears, this overwhelming awareness. And so this class is designed to be creative meditation. So we're not just sitting there in silence, we're working on our field, but it also allows you to easier and easier find this place of inner peace, which is absolutely key to existence on the planet right now. And so that's a big part of these meditations. It's based on guided meditations, working through these exercises, learning these tools, and then working with each other, trading the skills and tools to be able to heal and help each other, so that we can feel confident in going out into the world as an intuitive healer after 3 months of this intensive course. And so in completion, I would love to just move into this groundedness again and take this grounded feeling, this grounding cord, this most important first step technique into another level of the still point, which is the point within you where there is no polarity. And you can kind of see this as if you picture a toroidal field, if you know what that looks like, it's like a donut shape. And if you had a toroidal field that has like a grid on it, and the grid, all the lines of the grid are moving around the toroidal field, the donut, but when they come into the center, there's a point where they're all one. And this is also similar to the point in our body, mind, spirit communication in this lifetime. That point happened at conception. And so we're kind of tapping into this energy, finding the harmony between all of our bodies as we move into first deep connection with the earth, and then into this deeper inner stillness from all the most powerful awareness can come from. And so go ahead and find again those roots, and let that picture come of your connection to Mother Earth Gaia, and say hello to Mother Earth Gaia. We live on her, we are part of her, but yet we feel separate. We feel like we're walking on the ground. Many of us have been disconnected from nature. And so just feel yourself communicating, saying, hey, Mother Earth, living being, planet, I would like to be in a communication with you. And what does that grounding cord look like? And just let the images come to mind of your two-way communication device with Mother Earth, Gaia, Goddess. Just feeling yourself electromagnetically connecting in. This is working with the root chakra at the base of the spine. This is where we have the fight or flight mechanism. So basically what we're doing when we consciously choose a grounding cord in any moment is that we're coming out of that fight or flight. We're coming out of that reactive animal part of ourselves. And that's why this is just the most important tool in moving forward in this work. And so just feel your whole body just relax and release into this now moment. Deeper and deeper into this connectedness, this peace, this magnetic energy, the grid of Mother Earth coming up and around you, holding you like a lotus, and just resting there. Complete confidence and security, absolutely held in this existence. And just moving deeper and deeper into this peace of still point. Just letting everything go, seeing that you're breathing, your processes, your body, your living, that's all happening. You have nothing you need to do except for be right here in this now moment. Moving into still point. The place at the very center of you where there is no polarity, but only the one. And just taking a few deep breaths, setting the intention to remember this place can be with you in even the most trying times. So just take a few deep breaths, feeling that whole peace in your whole body and breathing through those roots into Mother Earth. You're breathing with Mother Earth. Absolute harmony in this moment. And just going ahead and coming out of meditation, but keeping that grounding cord. And that is a beautiful thing to work on throughout your day and your life. Whenever you feel like you need it, just say, okay, I'm going to connect with Mother Earth. And it gets easier and easier, and it can be instantaneous, even in the most trying times. And so that's why we practice these tools. So there's a whole set of tools you can have in your tool chest by the end of this level 1 class, and then move on into really feeling confident in these tools enough to be able to support other people in their spiritual growth. So I hope you'll consider joining me for the Intuitive Intensive. I'm Adrienne Elise for the Intuitive Empowerment Institute. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.